Hi. So this is like the third time I've recorded this video because the first time I was singing and it was bad. I mean, like actually not bad. Painful is a better word. It was painful, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it too. So I had to re-record this. I want to talk today about the three things that I think are completely misaligned about how we go to market today. And that is one, we don't have the right data. Two, we don't have the right tools to deploy that data. And three, we don't have the right people and processes to take that data to market quickly. The challenge of the day is how do we test our message in the market, and how do we eliminate all of the things that could go wrong, which is I don't know who is my buyer. I don't know what message resonates with them. I don't know if they really have a problem. I'm not certain I can find them. I don't know who has the most magnified version of the problem. These are the challenges that we face. And yesterday's tool stack is necessary, but it's not sufficient. And so Apollo, great tool, but it can't tell you who's in pain. It can't tell you which domains need you 10 times more than others, which companies, right, need you 10 times more than others. It can't tell you if your messaging is going to resonate, and their sequencing tool can't allow you to safely test at scale. So I'm giving a talk Wednesday the 17th at 11 a.m. Pacific, and I'm going to talk about how I think we should be using AI and building a new go-to-market system. And I'm going to give you a preview of that talk here today. So this will just be one piece, and I'll be incorporating your thoughts and your feedback into the talk here. So you'll be able to work with Steve, who'll be moderating the talk, to ask questions, and it'll be an engaging hour, I promise. I think this is a moment where we need to heed the advice of Andy Grove, who was the CEO of Intel, and he had an option to either go deep into Intel's CPU business or pursue the more entrenched, more competitive memory business, which they were already in. And the CPU business was very nascent at the time. And so he asked this question: if we got kicked out by the board and brought in a new CEO, what do you think he would do? Why shouldn't we walk out the door, come back in, and do it ourselves? And this is the moment that exists for us in AI right now. And I think that so I basically what I did is I said, how would Jordan replace Jordan? I did a Garfield without Garfield. If you don't know this thing, you should look at it. It's an amazing cartoon where they just remove Garfield and John Arbuckle. I think that's his name, Arbuckle. He's just alone talking to himself, and he's neurotic. And I think that this is the sea change that AI will bring. So I did this. I took Andy Grove's suggestion. I said, how if Jordan had to fire Jordan and replace him with AI, what would that look like? And I think this is what it would look like. So it doesn't actually change any of the first principle thinking that has gone into the system that I have created, with the help of many people, by the way. This is not a one-man show. But it does have AI as a much more imperative dance partner. So let me walk you through it. First, you do email warming and setup. This takes about a month to do really well, 2 months if you want to have excellent deliverability. And the best tools, the smart leads, the instant leads, are already using AI to do this warming. And the messages are custom written. The variables are set in terms of open rates to mimic a human so that you can get in the inbox. And the big box tools don't do any of this, so far as I know, and they certainly don't do it well, and they are not innovating. They have the classic innovator's dilemma here. They're working with gigantic companies, and they're not operating in today's market, is how I feel about this. Then you need to score your total addressable market. And this is mostly about elimination. How can you eliminate domains that you should never talk to? And AI is really going to help you here. So this is where I had AI replace me. And then once you have the sort of framework of one done, then you need to think about, how do I rapidly test? There's so much that can go wrong, especially in outbound. And beyond getting your message open, that's like, do I have the right people? Do I have the right message? Does the market have a burning problem? Do I have the timing right? Do I have the targeting right? These the right companies, right? There's a lot of things that could go wrong here. And so the only way that I know is to first eliminate companies and then test rapidly. So you need to be able to test weekly. You need to be able to ship a campaign to 500 to 1,000 people weekly and say, did I get it right? 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 And AI can help you take this TAM list, which I've heard this described as, this is what you sell your investors, and these are the customers that buy, and the delta is huge, right? You're like, we help everyone with their boating needs. And it's like, okay, great. But like, who do you help? It's like, well, we help people that own speedboats on lakes. Okay, great. So AI is going to help you figure out how to define this service addressable market. It also can help you score every individual company and give you this like triangle here is not the Illuminati sign. It's like it's supposed to be ranked. So these are sort of F minus companies in your service addressable market, and these are A plus companies. And then the sort of circle here are other companies that you probably shouldn't chat with. So here are the four sort of big horsemen of how to use AI. So it's going to be really good at giving you ideas about how to score your total addressable market and turn it into your service addressable market. It also will tell you what data sources to use that are cheap, inexpensive. It will give you service addressable market scoring ideas. It also will give you individual account scoring. So it will score every single account for you. And this is wild. And to do this, so ideas, data, action, action. That's kind of the playbook here. To do this, you need to give AI creative constraint with context, or constrained creativity with context. I need to figure out how I want to phrase that. And to do that, it will be it is absolutely exceptional at doing at generating creativity, but you cannot let that creativity remain unconstrained. And it does not work without context. So you cannot ask AI to write you a cold email. It will take the worst idea you've ever had about a cold email, and it will make it worse. It'll make it longer. It will make it sometimes inappropriate. It won't be related to what you do. So this is the framework that I think we need to be deploying. And this requires a new set of tools, a new way of thinking. And it means that you need to fundamentally kind of fire yourself and fire the way that you have been thinking about how to go to market in the past. Because honestly, it's going to take a lot fewer people, and it's going to be a system that you're going to spend more money on data, and you will be able to ask very complex questions of your market and say things like, well, my company is best when they hire their first VP of sales and the team is growing and they have already implemented HubSpot and they are currently thinking about connecting their sales and marketing engines and they're starting to go outbound. That's the type of complex opinion that will work because that targeting is also the message. And AI is going to help you all along the way. And the key insight here is really the extreme value is that you can write a message about pain and do it programmatically to your entire market. And just to give you one example of how I do this in my business, I'm building a tool that monitors 50,000 companies every single day for their job postings. We have approaching 4 million jobs in our database. And the best way to use this tool is to write a natural language query that expresses your ICP. Who are the perfect companies for me? Well, I had AI write that query unique to every company, how they would search my database for their ICP. programmatically. Creative constraint with context. All right. Well, if you'd like to join me, I am having a talk Wednesday at 11. You rickrolled me last time. I forgot to post the link, and so Christian very thankfully helped everyone out and rickrolled you with a YouTube video. I will not be doing that. I will only send you the link to register. Thanks so much for watching. I am really grateful to you. If you watched all the way to the end, throw a banana emoji in your comment. Just because bananas are great. They are the most hilarious of fruits, and I think there's no reason that you shouldn't have fun today. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you, and we'll make sure that Steve brings you into the conversation. So it's Eric Nowoslawski and I are going to be speaking, and Steve will be moderating, and he'll bring your questions into the presentation. And if you run a VC firm, I'm happy to give this to give the same talk to your portfolio companies. Thanks, everyone. Bye.